President Cyril Ramaphosa has called on South Africans to join hands with government in exposing corruption. Addressing the commemoration of Human Rights Day, the president says corruption and state capture have eroded human rights and weakened state institutions. This marks exactly 62 years since the Sharpeville massacre, where 69 people were brutally killed by the apartheid government. 180 other people were injured during the peaceful march against the past laws.
Commemorating 62 years of the Sharpeville massacre, this is the first time President Cyril Ramaphosa has observed Human Rights Day publicly in 2 years. Due to the COVID-19 outbreak in the country 2 years ago, South Africa had to adjust to the change that came with the deadly virus. Marking 6 decades since the massacre, government's location of choice this year is Koster in the northwest. This is the president's second visit to the province. 2 weeks ago, the president was in Mahikeng, the capital city of the province, for the post-State of the Nation address, Presidential Imbizo. Addressing the community in Koster, the president says racism did not die with the fall of apartheid.
The shooting of unarmed protesters in Sharpeville on the 21st of March 1960 was the actions of a brutal regime that drew its strength from repression. The hurt of what took place in Skierlek here 14 years ago still cuts deep. It still hurts. People still remember. People still have it embedded in their memory. It was a stark reminder to us all that racism did not die when apartheid fell. It was a stark reminder that racism is still very much alive in our country.
28 years since democracy, service delivery remains a challenge. And another stubborn scourge, inequality.
We cannot reduce poverty and inequality as long as public money is being stolen, as I was saying. We cannot transform our society when people are confronted with arrogant civil servants, barring how kena, babaro o batla eng wena, o tlo etsa mmu, where they display their arrogance.
And a call for them to emulate South Africans who took a stand against the injustices of apartheid system by fighting corruption.
We have seen how corruption and incompetence have together had a devastating impact on the delivery of services, especially to society's most vulnerable. Corruption and state capture have eroded human rights. It has weakened the institutions of the state, and it has undermined the rule of law.
President Cyril Ramaphosa has cautioned South Africans that the ongoing war in Ukraine could reverse the progress made by South African government in bettering the lives of ordinary people.
As we sit here, we see a number of these gains being eroded. This is not only because of the devastation of COVID, but also because of the impact of global events that are taking place beyond our shores. Right now, there's a huge war that is raging in Ukraine and Russia. And the gains that we've been making are now going to be reversed by that war that is taking place there, because our food prices are now going up.
President Cyril Ramaphosa has lauded government's effort in the fight against the COVID-19 pandemic in the country. Ntlanhla Khatlhane, SABC News, Koster in the northwest.